Recently, I've attempted to start taking notes during films due to a mixture of remembering my opinions on particular details and also helps given how my brain works, which leads to this question. Given that both of you write notes for films and even Adam uploading them on his Patreon, take notes, Alex, how do you write notes for films? This can be from what you write them on to how you decide what needs to be written down or not. Vague enough question, but I hope it leads somewhere. Keep up the great job, both of you on the podcast and your bloody separate works over there. Yeah, good question. It's quite like a, I don't know, like a personal skill, I feel like your notes, and they might look like crazy to somebody else, but it's like the tangents and things I have attached to these notes.
Yeah. It's for your own understanding.
Yeah, exactly. So I might just like note down a moment of something that happens that like when you read the note, it's like, okay, that's an obvious observation. But when I see it, the connection I read is like, oh yeah, that moment started this thought process in my brain. Mm-hmm. And that's just a way of reminding. I've learned, what was it, semi-recently that, because I used to always type all my notes. Mm-hmm. If you do it with a pen or pencil, like the connection with your memories seems a lot stronger, at least for me. I remember it a lot better.
People have done studies on that, and that seems to be a thing for some reason. Yeah,
I mean, I vouch for it. I definitely remember my notes a lot better when I write them by hand compared to typing. It's also kind of nicer, like with everything's so like digitized, it's nice to have a little notepad or whatever.
Yeah.
Have that going on. Do you have any like process? I guess you've just figured it out over the years, like what works for you, what you need to remember.
Well, I used to watch a movie and then just immediately as the credits start rolling, just whip out my phone and just go like just speed type everything that I...
Yeah, I used to do the same. But you just forget so much if you have to like hold all this info over like 2 hours.
I'm pretty good at remembering. And then also typically, I'll watch a movie with someone else and I'll have a conversation with them about it after, and then I'll continue to add
that always
to my
helps.
notes. But now I don't know, speed typing on my phone doesn't do great for my tendinitis issues, so
yeah.
Now I just bring like a notebook, and if the movie's really dark, then my notes are a bit messier. But as long as I can,
that's a learning curve.
Understand what I wrote after, then it's good. If I'm doing like a watch along, I'm like at my computer anyway, then I'll probably type my notes.
Yeah.
But
at home when you can like pause and rewind, I'm not as strict, but like
in terms of like what I write down, just anything that I during the watching process, I think is something that I would want to mention, whether it's a criticism or an appreciation, or just something specific about the plot that I want to keep in mind for, whether it's just for my own benefit to remember that about the plot, or if it's something that I think might fit in like a summary if I want to like give some details about it.
Mm-hmm. I guess that, the important part is just understanding how your brain works and how your own notes assist, like, what you want to remember, what you want to achieve with it, what you want to do with it. You just got to do it.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of this kind of shit just comes down to that. Like, the more you do something, the better you tend to get at it, as long as you're doing it consistently. So
it can be as short form or detailed as you want. It's just for you to understand if you're the one referencing the notes. It can be as messy as you want, as long as you understand it.
And there'll be times where like, you'll like do like 5 bullet points for a whole movie, and then other ones will be like hundreds of bullet points. I didn't write that much down for like white or red. I specifically didn't for white. That's just how it is though. Sometimes it doesn't even necessarily indicate like the quality really at all. It's just more your own observations of it.